We meet in the Orange Room for some spirited musical activity and jocularity. I'm just going to share this with music friends Heather and Jan on the inner Google. That's what we do. We share it. Can you bear it? I said we share it. Can you bear it? Can you share it? Oh, there I am. Dreed is coming on strong. Oh, you diggity doggone creature. Just share. There, I'm going to share it there. I'm going to go over here and share it over to this group. Share it over to this group. I'm going to share it to this group. Wow, a lot of songs. But that's what we do. Share it to a page's story. I want to do that. I want to share it one more place to a page. I'll give the KMT a little love. That's what I'm going to do. KMT going to get a little love. All right. Folks, how the heck are you out there in music land? We have joined together once again. Great vid on the Rory Strat, dude. Well, thank you very much, Phil. I'm glad you dug that. That was fun. I still have that one here. I got a new camera and some new lights and stuff that I'm going to hook up tomorrow, and then we're going to do some overview videos on some of that custom shop stuff that I have. I still have it here in the house. This green machine is quite nice. This is one of those S2 custom 24s, which are quite affordable, as a matter of fact. How about that matching headstock? That's quite lovely. And I'm going to play this little rascal. The details of this particular guitar is up above or below, depending on where you're watching. Love the Live on the Radio version 2 release. Thank you very much. I'm glad you dig that, Mike Young. It was fun to unearth that stuff. And I thought the performances were pretty good. It's all live on the doggone radio as advertised. And for those who don't know what we're talking about, if you go to Spotify or iTunes or wherever you like to stream your musics, please become one of my subscribers on those channels, because that's important for people who take credence in such things, which like booking agents, venues, things of this nature. But we've been re-releasing everything under my name as opposed to Greg Koch and Greg Koch and this and Greg Koch. So they're all in different subscriber bases. So we're like, no, we need it all under one name so that it all goes into one place. So we re-released Live on the Radio as Greg Koch Live on the Radio Volume 1. And while we were looking at or kind of going through all the old stuff, I found enough stuff to put out a Live on the Radio Volume 2. I'm playing mostly the Strat on that whole thing. I think I'm using a Tele on one song. The rest is all my blue Strat, or I had a two-tone sunburst American Deluxe Strat that was a prototype that I got from Fender years ago. But most of it's that blue Strat of mine with the pearloid pickguard. Can you dig it? No volume, Rick. I think I do have volume. Is everyone, you can hear me all right? You know what? I've been messing around with a brass slide again. One day I just picked up a brass, and I realized that my playing style is always changing and doing weird stuff. And I'm realizing that, yes, the amp does say Koch at the back. I use a Koch amplifier, which is not my company, but I do have a signature amp with a company that has my same last name. So that blue amp right back there is the same blue amp that I'm playing right here, and that's what I use for all the videos 99% of the time. You do have volume. All is good. Well, all right. Can you dig it? Yes, I am in standard tuning. That's the neck position on this. It's a Paul Reed Smith 35th anniversary S2 custom 24. Custom 24. What? Custom 24. This one is in the color of Ariza Verde. Wow, that's fancy. Ariza Verde is the name of the color. 7.55 pounds. This is a Wildwood exclusive anniversary, I might add. Only available at Wildwood Guitars. Look at this green beast. It's calling your name. 25-inch scale. Old school birds on the fingerboard. Caw-caw, caw-caw. Wow, that was a special caw song. 85/15 S treble and bass pickups, volume and tone control, three-way toggle switch, and two mini toggle switch for coil taps. You heard of Spinal Tap? Well, this guitar has coil taps, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the PRS patented tremolo, low mass locking tuners, deluxe padded gig bag, quilted maple, mahogany back and sides. And it's got an ebony fingerboard, right? Yeah, absolutely. Pretty fancy. Pretty. $17.29 for this guitar. That is rather equitable, I think. I got that neck pickup on. I'm going straight into the Koch amp. And I'm on that lead channel with the gain boost on to get that chocolatey sound. Sometimes the neck pickup is all you want to be on. It just sounds damn good, so thick and juicy and succulent. For a special issue PRS 1729, it's chicken feed, says Matty K USA, and he's not wrong. He's not wrong. But you know, I'm liking this brass slide. Thoughts on the brass versus the glass? That's a good question because, Matt, I am digging the brass right now. The other day, I just picked this slide up and I was playing. I was like, boy, this makes my life easier. Why am I not playing this slide? Oh! I started using it, and boy, it's just, it feels good. Where's the drummer? Marco, the drummer, my son, Dylan, never is with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That is my Wildwood day. Wildwood days, I should say. And as a result, he's with me on Mondays and Fridays when we do that. And then, of course, the trio is on weekends sometimes when we do that. Can you dig it? Let's go to bridge pickup, see what we got. That's some piggy sounds right there. what, this thing sounds damn good. It's so damn beefy and green. It looks like a delicious morsel of rancid meat that for some reason you eat it and you achieved eternal life. Wow. The fountain of gristle. Take a eat. It's phantasmagoric. Who's got Tony Paco breath? Sean does. Sean's got Tony Paco breath. How you doing out there? Thank you very much, Rory O'Connor. This guitar sounds magnificent. It's one of these Wildwood exclusive Paul Reed Smith 35th anniversary S2 custom 24s in this funky green. And relatively inexpensive as far as Paul Reed Smith guitars go. Only 7.55 pounds as well. Make sure that sucker's in tune before I break into some kind of crossroadsy crossroadsy thing. I did a crossroadsy thing the other day on the Integral for the fun of it, and I just had, I always do my own thing with it. And of course, some people want you to play it. Some people they think it's wrong if you don't play it exactly like Clapton played it, which is weird. Am I honest? Because he never played it the same way twice. They actually never did that song groove-wise. It's seemingly the same way twice. I listened to all kinds of bootlegs of Cream from 1968, and the only time they did like that groove was once, and the rest they kind of messed. Ginger would do different stuff, and they never quite locked and rocked like they did on that one verge that I can hear anyway. How's that neck shape compared to a Strat C shape? I would say that it feels similar to a Strat C shape, to be honest. Something with a little, like a 61C maybe, something like that. Seems about right. I sure do like this guitar, man. It sounds so damn beefy. You know, we've had a few of these here in Orange Room. But I think it's this green color that's making this one extra beefy, and it is matching my hat in these regions right here. When you match the hat, things are gonna be good. Okay, the shoulder's going, get it. Right? Deep Purple. Yeah, can you dig it? We did a little excerpt of the Perps. Well, we played this thing with some heat. Let's see what it sounds like with some cleans, some Cleansville station. There is a coil tap on this bad boy. Can you dig it? The coil tap splits the pickup. So we got humbucker, and here's a single coil. Can you dig it? This is a glorious sounding guitar. It is a Paul Reed Smith 35th anniversary Wildwood exclusive S2 custom 24 in some kind of green verde. It's it's some. It is Eliza Verde, right? Or you might say Eliza Verde, I would imagine that's how it's said. Eliza Verde. I don't know what that means in Spanish. All I remember from Spanish is, me llamo Gregorio. ¿Dónde está el baño? Bien, gracias. Bueno. Caramba, Dios mío. These are the things I remember, not Eliza Verde. I know Verde means green, but that's about as far as we're going to go. Mahogany body, back inside, you got a quilted top. It looks so damn good, you got the birds of prey on the ebony fingerboard going caw-caw, 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 caw-caw. You got Mr. Wiggles providing the wiggling. Look at that quilted maple top. Taking your soul on a spin through Mordor. Behold the eye of Sauron if you dare. Oh, wow. Behold the eye of Sauron if you dare. Oh. I like what we did there. Again, PRS, Wildwood exclusive, 35th anniversary. S2, custom 24, 7.55 pounds. What? You get a deluxe padded gig bag. Pretty equitably priced, $17.29. That was a good year if you're into the Enlightenment. Now dig it. There is a link up above or below, depending on where you're watching this. You can click on that doggone link, head on over to wildwoodguitars.com, and what you're gonna do, maybe get a new guitar. Say what? Maybe get a new guitar. Not bad. Maybe get a new guitar. Kind of cheap. Maybe get a new guitar. Oh yeah. Wow, did you hear that? A lot of excitement. Lot of excitement. I like it. Oh, Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q. Oh, Susie Q. I know you sniff some glue, Susie Q. And then you just can't walk. And then you just can't talk. And then you just can't walk. And you just can't talk 'cause you're sniffing that glue. Don't sniff glue. Public service announcement here from the Orange Room. In the Orange Room, they'll tell you not to sleep. Gloop. Gin show barroom queen in a Schwabenon. That's a good riff right there, isn't it? I'm a monkeysman. I'm a cold Italian pizza. I could use a lemon squeezer. That's bold talk. Am I right? What question do we have out there? We've got a question. Great question. Hope he answers. What are we talking about? Derek, bring me in. Reel me in. Well, what kind of question do you have for grade? What kind of question? You sunk my battleship. You sunk my battleship. Remember that? Battleship. You sunk my battleship. How about that Operation commercial? That was great. Operate? Butterfingers. What would you call your big breakthrough with the guitar in crucial terms of technique, understanding, and harmony? Well, there was never any one thing. But certainly when I understood the modes, that was a big deal. When I got hybrid picking down, that was another big one. When I understood how to use altered dominant scales, that was a big one. When I figured out how to recycle my arsenal of licks by just switching the root in terms of, knowing that A Dorian is the same as D Mixolydian. Oh, you mean I can do all my cool Mixolydian licks in a minor format if I just change, all that kind of stuff. When I learned how to Travis pick, that was a big one. When I could actually figure out a Chet Atkins song, that was a big thing. When I figured out harmonics, when I started fretting with the slide and figuring out that whole thing, that was a quantum leap forward. So many activities. Tell us about the Robin Ford Jam. It was magnificent. Let's just say that it went so well that don't be surprised if Robin and I end up doing something in the near future. Can you dig it? Can you dig that kind of activity? The thing last weekend was an absolute blast down in Tennessee. It was with Robin, and Andy Wood put it on, who's magnificent. Andy Timmons, my buddy, who's just a fiend. Mark Lettieri, always good times and a great player. Brett Mason. Laurie, I can't remember, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name because my brain can only handle so much, but she's fantastic. And we had a good old time. Can you dig it? Do it, do 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 it, boot it, and do 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 do. I should write a song called "Can You Dig It." Oh well, thank you, Donald. I appreciate that. I'm having a hard time hearing the chord changes when improvising. Do you have any tips? Daniel, you know what's a good tip? Is to just look for the triads in the chords that are going by. For instance, it could be now here's a chord that's not your run-of-the-mill chord. This is an A minor 7 with a raised fifth. I might think, what can I use? I can use it. Or you can look at that. Oh, there's this triad right here. And then play off the major pentatonic of that major triad, and that'll sound really hip over that chord that's a little obtuse. We're playing. That triad. Over an A7, you can play A triad. Play a G triad. You can play a D triad. Sounds hip. It sounds so hip. What can you do? How many years do you approximate did it take you to get where you felt you understood the entire fretboard in theory? Well, that never ends, Patrick. There are still some things that happen where I'm like, well, that's new and exciting. I think that if you know, for instance, how to apply your modes, okay? You know your modes, and then you learn a harmonic minor scale. There's 2 modes of the harmonic minor scale that I like to use. There's 2 modes of the melodic minor scale that I like to use a lot. Then there's the diminished scale. There's the whole tone scale. Then there are the various different things you can do with straight major pentatonic, minor pentatonic, and then substituting compounding pentatonic scales, substituting things over things where you normally wouldn't think they are. And that's only, it's kind of combinations of different scales as it is, but when you chop them up into little pieces of, okay, like over A minor, of course I can use A minor pentatonic, but I can also use B minor pen. Right? Or I can use E minor pen. Okay. Then you can do stuff like, oh, I'm going to do sound a little out. I'm going to do a C minor pentatonic scale over an A minor pentatonic. Over like A minor. Kind of go between the two. Can you dig it? Can you dig it and dig it and dig it? Just land on the roots. Well, there's that too, but you know, you do all kinds of such things. Oh, well, thank you. Very, very kind words. Kind words coming from the internet, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate that. Kind words from the internet. The Zappa method? Oh, I don't know. Frank really liked to get under the hood and get all that theory stuff working. And I do to an extent. I mean, I always have fun when Rick Beato posts the thing, well, you could try using this triad over this triad and this, and some of it's a lot, most of it, 99% of the stuff is just like, wow, that's totally cool. Some of the stuff obviously I've known before, but other stuff he does, you're like, man, that is totally cool. I never thought of it that way. But, you know, I'll learn like a new little technique-y type of thing and try to add it in. There's always a gestational period where, you know, you learn new things and you try to say, I'm totally going to do that thing right now. Then it's not really improvising. It's kind of forcing things in. And I use the analogies of verbal things. You'll learn a new word and you're not quite sure what it means, but by God, you're going to investigate the space by trying to wedge it in wherever you can. And people look at it and going, that's not the right use of that word. And you're like, oh, And then finally, you understand the meaning of the word and you realize you're only going to use it every now and again to great efficacy. Like efficacy. And next thing you know, boom, it becomes conversational and purposeful. Can you dig it? Can you dig what I am saying to you? Oh, well, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Lydian is a special kind of sound for the kids. All right, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We have, I've got a tasty Jimmy Vaughn strat here that I'll probably play on Thursday for your listening and dining pleasure. Tomorrow, I'm looking forward to hooking up with Paul Brown. Paul! And we're going to figure out the ins and outs of the new camera and lighting system. So hopefully by Thursday, we're going to have a new vibe going down. Do you have any Alan Holdsworth inspired licks that you could share? You know what? I do this kind of Alan Holdsworthy thing. If I do it up in E, it's basically just fingering minor thirds. Is that an S2? It is indeed. This is a Wildwood exclusive. Paul Reed Smith, 35th anniversary S2 Custom 24. And the link to this exact guitar is up above in the description of this video if you're watching on Facebook, or below if you're watching on the YouTube. And you can click on it and get all the details of this particular situation. Is there any good vids from the Woodshed video? One of my favorite vids is all the guys, because this thing is held at a gymnastics camp usually. And so there was this big vat of those styrofoam cubes. And after we got done with the gig, a bunch of people were jumping in and driving on the trampoline and going in. And one was Robin Ford. And that was some wild stuff to see Robin just go, yeah, I'm going in. And I was looking, people were like, Robin's going in, aren't you going in? I go, he can go in as many times as he wants because I ain't going in. And then he climbed on top of this big thing of mats and then jumped in. And Mark Lettieri did it, and Andy Wood did it. But me and Andy Timmons were like, nah, we're not doing that. And we didn't. Can you dig it? All right, folks, don't be afraid to go on over to Wildwood. Check out the stuff you want to check out, including this glorious curly maple topped S2 Custom 24, Paul Reed Smith, in this glorious Verde tone hue. All right, folks, thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll see you on Thursday with more fun and hilarity. Adios.